I was at dinner recently in Florida with my wife, and a clean-cut dude in his 30s comes up, taps me on the shoulder, and said he was a member of federal law enforcement. And I asked what entity, and he said that he wouldn't tell me, but it was the one I criticized the most. And he said, Mr. Gates, you need to understand that the same divisions that exist in our society today also exist in the FBI. And we're not all up for these terrible things that we see in our organization. And he said, tell Mr. Jordan thank you for the great work we do, and to know that there are great patriots out there that are working hard to protect our fellow Americans. I'm glad there was a real whistleblower that stood up to tell us what was really going on, because otherwise we wouldn't know. Well, I wonder who that is.
You know, just keep talking. They're not really turning you off. Yeah. It is a little bit like a Twitter moment, though, isn't it? Mr. Chairman, I would ask that the gentleman have an additional 1 minute under the circumstances.
Mr. Chairman, I'll yield my remaining 30 seconds.
The gentleman will suspend. We don't have a clock yet.
Oh, my apologies.
That's a reason to keep going.
Is that foreign interference?
Go ahead, man. My time didn't run out. There's no clock.
And we have the lights.
Among the unprecedented events of this Congress.
Have you ever seen it? I've never seen that.
Once again, the full faith and support for America's intelligence agencies. I have a full faith in our intelligence agencies. Whoops, they just turned off the light. That must be the intelligence agencies.
Mr. Chairman, can Mr. Gates have a redo, second act?
You had me at hello, Mr. Cohen. If we don't get the Attorney General back, maybe you can bring the chicken.
I want to remind all members that masks must be worn unless you're recognized to speak.
Does that only count if the counter's on and the lights are on?
No. I understand this is a building-wide issue. The committee will stand in recess.
Two hours later.
The committee will come to order. At the point we recessed, Mr. Gates was speaking on the amendment in the nature of a substitute. I recognize him for his remaining 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I said all I needed to, and I'll yield back.
The gentleman yields back. Who else seeks recognition?
There it goes. Okay. You guys okay? Good. It was strange, but that's okay.